Welcome, everybody. We are here at the home studio tonight, once again, to deliver the best in Texas metal. Tonight, we are delivering a band that's really earned their spot here on Rob's MetalWorks, and a band that I've kept my pulse on for quite some time. And I said, you know what? Man, their new music is kicking ass, and I got to bring them on the show. Great pleasure to welcome the brutality of the band called Cauterized. Gentlemen, how are you guys doing tonight?
We're doing pretty damn good, man.
We're having a good time, right?
Yeah. Oh, we're having an immaculate time.
Micheladas, Lone Stars, Natural Lights, and all kinds of seltzers.
Hell yeah. I'm loving the Budweiser.
Guys, it was it's good to have you back. Ricky and Alex back. I partied with you guys when we had the barbecue. And Nick, it's great to meet you too, man. You're a cool dude. Good times. Great to talk about all our music we've been jamming to tonight and our favorite guitar players. But tonight, there's going to be people not only in San Antonio, but outside of our region who are going to want to learn about Cauterized. Because, you know, as I was telling you guys off camera, it took a little while for Cauterized to get here. And I think, you know, with the new EP, when I heard it, I was like, man, this is so fucking cool. And I'm like, yeah, Cauterized is fucking ready for the masses. So I want to start off by talking about the beginnings of this band. And Alex, you're at the heart of this band, and you've gone through some lineup changes. So talk briefly, really quick, about the inception of Cauterized, what the vision was for Cauterized. And you were telling me earlier tonight, like, Rob, we've kind of evolved a little bit. And now it seems like you have the lineup that is the real lineup for Cauterized.
See, the thing is, like, with this new version of Cauterized, man, we knew what we wanted to do when we got back together. The thing is, not back together, but revamp Cauterized, you know? And we wanted to make change. We wanted to kind of set the bar, you know, a little bit. And when me and Nick, we were trying to start this band called Nephilim. That's the hat I'm wearing now. And I told Nick, you know what, man, let's bring Cauterized back. Let's bring all the tracks we're working on. Let's move to Cauterized. Let's bring the name back itself. And at first we were back and forth about it, and eventually we did it. And honestly, man, it's just been a straight blessing. We've grinded, we've pushed, we've done so much to bring the name back itself. And honestly, with these guys, man, like, honestly, like, I told you tonight, man, I have a little bit of the sauce. I call them. I haven't called you yet. I haven't called you. But
don't call me after 10 p.m.
I've called them. And dude, honestly, I've humbled down so much, but it's only because I was trying to find my way in this music scene. I know what I wanted to do. I know what change I wanted, what I wanted to bring. Julian Cruz, Roland Torres, freaking Steve from Texas Beer Cartel, they molded me where I wanted to be. And once I found my way, I was like, you know what? I know what I'm gonna do. This is what we're gonna do, man. And like I said, me and Nick talked, and we talked for a few days, a few weeks, and we picked up Ricky. We're still doing some talking, and you know what? We freaking found our way, and our way is where we're at now. We want to bring the unity to the scene. Yeah. I think it's this band. We're all about unity, peace, and love for this scene, man. Yeah. Thing is, like,
we just want to be in the conversation.
There you go. I think you make a good point, and I think that in order for any band to progress, which you guys have obviously done to a point now, that you released a great EP, and we're going to talk about that in a little bit. But as the leader of this band, I think it's very important that you have to, like, you know, take care of your own backyard, right? And so you have to have a brotherhood and unity within your own band. And once you have that, then you can spread that love and that brotherhood in the scene. If you have a band and you're turning guitarists over, drummers over, and you don't have a consistent lineup for a while, then it's hard to build that musical unity, that bond, so that you're creating great fucking metal, you know? Right?
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, I feel like you gotta have the whole unity thing going, because if nobody's on the same page, then it's just gonna be a mess. But like you said, I mean, everybody knows, like, yeah, we're all here, but everybody knows that Alex Carabajal is cauterized, and he's carried it on his back really well. And when I came back into it, I felt like home. I felt like I needed to come back home. I was with other bands that were just, I'm not one to bash. It just wasn't the fit.
Right.
And so, came back home. I had gone through a lot of turmoil, and I called up Alex after I was done with all of that, and I said, "Hey, man, are you ready?" And he said, "Yeah." And so that was on. It was on from then.
Yeah.
It was funny because funny story. I called this ad, right, and there's this gentleman on there talking about that he's opened up for a couple bands, a couple of big name bands, and I said, "I know who this is." So I'm gonna mess with him, right? Because we had fell out.
You knew it was Alex? Or?
And I knew it. And I couldn't get a hold of his phone number, and Facebooks were blocked because of circumstances of the last words we had said to each other. Before I had left prior from Cauterized, and then I called the number, and I said, "Hey, man, what are you doing?" And I said, he said, "Who's this?" I said, "This is Nick." I said, "Who are you talking about?" He says, "I don't know who this is." I said, "Why?" He said, "You sound like a totally different person." I said, "Yeah, I'm more clear-headed.
Yeah.
I'm real clean between the ears, And so it was on from then. And so we tried to revamp Nephilim. Nephilim kind of fell through, and he finally convinced me, because you know how Alex is. He turned my arm, and so I said, "Yes, all right, let's get Cauterized going." You're right. It has a following. A lot of people know who. We got a lot of respect.
Yeah.
He did open up for a lot of big bands when I had left or whatever. He earned his notch. And so I was like, "Let's do it. Let's get it going." I was just happy to be back at home and with my brother.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and to me, like I said before, I mean, it seems like this is the lineup that's gonna do it. I love the EP. I love it. Ricky, what's it been like working with these guys soon? I'm so glad that I met you. When was the barbecue? Like a month ago, I think, and I got to meet you, and you were like, "Rob, it's cool to be here." And I love to meet musicians who are like so enthused about our metal scene and about their band, and they're giddy and they want to talk about their band. And I remember talking with you that day. I was full of ribs and shit, but I remember talking with you, man. And I remember the next day thinking to myself, "Man, this guy Rick, I'd never met you, and you had a lot of passion about Cauterized." So talk a little bit about what it's been like now being part of this kind of lineup.
To be honest with you, it took a while. Alex had asked me a couple of times to join Cauterized, and it just wasn't the right time, wasn't the right place, and the last time that he asked me last October, the band that I was in at the time called Skulls, a Viking metal band, we did our thing, but it was more like a weekend project. We did it because we just liked to play. It wasn't anything serious. It wasn't anything like what we're doing now. And right place, right time. Skull fell through, and Alex hit me up, and I couldn't be happier. I mean, I've been in the San Antonio music scene since I was about 11, 12 years old.
You were telling me all these cool stories about your dad dropping you off and giving you $20 and like, go live your life. Yeah. Go live your metal life.
Right, I'm 32 years old now. I was a mischievous young child. I had a love for heavy metal music, and my dad would let me go to shows, but only if somebody that I knew was going, and a lot of times I lied and said so-and-so was going just so he'd give me fare for my ticket and drop me off. And I went and I saw Kitty, Mudvayne, all kinds of shows, but it's so basically it was Alex hit me up at the exact right moment where I had nothing else to do, and I showed up for one practice and it was over for me. I mean, the energy in that room, even with the drummer that we had at that time, and as you know, it's been a revolving door as far as drummers specifically. As soon as they got Ricky Reyes on board. The bass player was on lock, so we didn't have to worry about that. But it just, so many people wanted to get on board with what we were doing, but they didn't want to put in the time that it took to do what we were doing, and it was like, oh, you guys throw down, we'll help you out with this show, but I really just don't have the time, or I don't want to be your full-time drummer, or people would hit us up to audition and then not show up, and it's been a roller coaster ride, but I'm glad I'm on it. And to be honest with you, to even have been offered the opportunity to be here, I'm just completely humbled.
That's the thing, though. I mean, you have to have a leader in the band like Alex who provides the vision. This is the vision for the band. Yep. And as a member of the band and to build that brotherhood, you have to buy into the vision. I'm buying into it. I believe in the vision. And I think Nick said something very, very critical right now. He said, I'm in my 30s. I'm a little clearer in between the ears here. And I think that's important, too, because as you get older, you're honing your craft. You're believing in what you're doing. People are believing it, too. And so that makes you more, inspired to continue to pursue the vision. And then you have your crazy drummer. Everybody has the crazy drummer, Mario. Dude, I love you, dude. You were tonight, as we're jamming tonight, you're all into it. And I love that, dude. I love that. You're like, Rob, this is cool. Who is this? I'm like, just jam it, bro. You're jamming it. Just let it happen. Yeah. So, Mario, tell us a little bit about jamming with these dudes. What's it been like? Go ahead and take the mic.
Well, I've been in this music scene for about 2 years, since 2016. I've been in a band called Life Eats Life, and we're doing good. We just released some stuff, but I needed a heavier outlet, I guess you could say. We got our own heavy style, but I needed that slam, that beat down, that absolute fucking fuck you up shit. So I saw Alex needed a drummer on Facebook, and I was like, fuck it, I got some time. Yeah. So, I was talking to them and stuff, and they sent me the tracks. I was learning them. And we had our first practice, and man, it just kind of threw down, bro. I liked it. I liked the energy. They liked how I was throwing down on the drums and shit. And ever since then, man, we had our first show at the Reptiles. Fucking killed it. We had our show in Houston. Fucking killed it. Came back.
That was your first show with the band? The one at Reptiles?
Yes, that was my first show.
And he was a week in.
The one where all the fucking plate don't happen?
I had only been practicing with the band.
We can though.
I had only been practicing with the band for a month maybe, here and there, and
we practiced once.
We put him through the grinder. Go ahead.
We did that show.
Swim.
I was just vibing. I was loving it. I was loving how hard we can fucking throw down. That's just my big part about it.
We felt so comfortable with him after that first practice that we just. He's our guy. It's gonna happen. You know what? There was some uncertainty as far as, is he gonna be ready? We don't know. You know what? But in the moment, he fucking threw it down and he killed it.
If any band member can wing it, it's the drummer.
He killed it, bro. He killed it. Yeah, no, he did better than any of us could have ever hoped for him.
Every time we have a show, we're over here all getting all bedo, and Mario's right here putting his headphones on. What are you doing, bro? I'm listening to the music right now, man. We're like, oh, okay, cool, man. Yeah, but he brings it, man. He brings that energy to the stage. And
if you see the music video for Hypocrite,
you know how Mario gets
the first scene is him getting into his whole thing, and just the look on his face is epic. I don't care what anybody says. His face is mean, and he hits that 4 count, and it's over after that. I don't care what anybody says.
Exactly, man. When Hypocrite starts, you just see Mario get ready for it. And he looks at that camera, and you're like, it's about to go fucking down. Yeah. And dude, for real, dude. And once it happens, dude, you're like, oh shit, man. Dude, it's just, man, dude. Ruben from Upon a Burning Body did a fucking amazing
big shout out.
So we're gonna get there. We'll get the shout out. So we were also talking earlier tonight about the genre of this band and what Alex, you were telling me, like, people come up to me all the time and ask me, like, oh, what's the genre of your band? What are y'all doing?
Honestly, man, it's like every time somebody asks us for a genre, like, what kind of style are y'all? I message the guys, hey, what style would y'all consider us? We just say metal. We're all different. Like,
anything,
it's
You asked me tonight, and I was a little dumbfounded. I was like, oh man,
exactly.
I think that's what makes Cauterized, because you're not like, oh, Cauterized, yeah, that thrash metal, no, or not to, because I love thrash metal too, but I'm just saying, like, it's not like, oh yeah, that doom metal band, yeah, no, it's like, well, what do you even call it? Like, what do you call it?
Just so
and I
different.
think Mario kind of said, like he said, he needed the outlet that was more of like, what?
Like slam, beat down, fucking hard, fucking goddamn beat all your friends up. Son of a
Type
bitch.
shit.
it's like, to me, it's like really like
There you go.
like deathy doom, because it's like because of your vocals, it's death, and then you guys have like this really crushing fucking doom.
We like that cut time shit, y'all. We're low and slow, baby. Low and slow.
I don't really write anything over 200 BPMs, because I've always felt like you could be heavy without being really, really fast. Kudos
agree.
to the bands that are really, really fast and thrashy that go over, what they do. But
good.
I've always felt like, I also want to appeal to the people that go to my shows or go to our shows and they never heard metal and they're not just like, this is noise. Because most people, normies, they like, oh, well, this is noise. And it's like, if you bring if you bring a girl that you want to take out on a date there and she's not really into that, but then she goes and she's like, wow, I can understand this guy, even though it's really abrasive and it's really good, I can bang my head to it. I'm like, all right. So maybe almost like a hip hop track. I mean, so, because it's really chill,
Can you articulate yourself?
When it comes to the riffs and to the lyrics, thing is, like, we're a metal band. Everybody thinks, oh, you're a metal band, you should be listening to metal 24/7. No, honestly, we take a break from that. I listen to a lot of rap and hip hop. So the thing is, our lyrics and our riffs have that rap hip hop kind of vibe a little bit. And that's what I love about this band, like, thing is,
I mean, if you look at the video for Hypocrite, it don't even look like a metal video. It goes from like half of a metal video to a rap video. So, and I really like that because I'm from the the west side of San Antonio, south and west, and it's like I really want to like put my culture out there. I'm still in tune with my culture. I love, besides metal, Tejano music. All that bachatas, banda, all that good stuff. I was raised on it, so it's like I'm not gonna go and be like, no, all I do is play just straight death. Like, no. I know where I come from, and I'm prideful of that. Especially being raised in a Tejano musician family. So I want to keep everybody on point with that. My skin's brown. You know what I mean? I am a brown boy.
Okay, so let's move forward and let's talk about the reason that we're here, and that is because you guys released a brand new EP, or it's about to be released, right? October 16th. All you people out there, go ahead and take a good look at the brand new, soon to be released Cauterized EP. It is called Roots. It will be available on October 16th on all music media outlets via KingSide Records. Guys, let's talk about this EP now. I was privy to get the music. Thank you, Ricky, for sending it to me, and Julian Cruz for sending me some initial tracks. So I was jamming to this record a while back, and I loved it. I thought it had that, we were listening to it just before the interview, and we're all like headbanging in here, It has that great vibe about it. Alex, your vocals are totally cool, man. I love how you do like that, wah, or whatever you do. That's cool. So let's talk about these tracks. Are these tracks that were kind of have been part of Cauterized for a while, and then you finally recorded them, or where did these tracks kind of come from? Are these brand new tracks? Some of them are new. Talk a little bit about that.
We re-recorded them, actually.
So a lot of this music was supposed to be for that band Nephilim. I had came off playing with a band called What I Despise or Whatnot, and after that I was just kind of in a dark place. I wasn't upset, but I just had a lot of aggression, and I said, you know what, I'm gonna come up with the most balls out music that I can. So I wrote a lot of the music, and I showed Alex, this is what I got. And I sent him a lot of music, and he's like, I sent him the tracks, and he's like, well, this is what I got. And when I sent it to him, and he gave me back the input that he had put in, I was just like, wow, this is even better than I wrote. And I was just like, wow. So because we've always, we just mesh well. So when I saw what he did with them, I was like, wow. So to answer your question, it's like that music has just, it was just like in the vault. And then one day when he had the whole idea, let's bring back Cauterized. I was like, all right, you're right. I said, but we're gonna release the music that we should have been releasing, and and we're gonna scrap all the old Cauterized music. I want everybody to know that. That the old Cauterized music with the old members that we used to play when we first started, when we were like, I would say like juniors, we were really really young, is not the music that you hear now. The only song that we did do with the old cats, shout out to the old cats, much respect, is Rest. If you hear Rest, of course, but when you go to our show, every song that you hear is different. It's new, it's different, and it's not from any type of, so we're not basically trying to just reinvent the wheel.
I think that's a very important note, okay, because that's kind of how I felt too, because I heard some of the old Cauterized stuff when Alex used to send it to me, and I'm like, okay, it's cool, but it's not ready yet. And I think these new songs, like I said, it to me, and that's why tonight, when I was talking to you off camera, I was like, how long has this band been together? Because to me, it kind of seems like it's a new band, like it's a new beginning for Cauterized, and I think that's what I want to resonate with the people out there.
Yeah. Well, this new lineup, it's phenomenal. It's been a while since I can really be in a band, or we can be in a band, or any of these gentlemen here around me, and really, really, it just feels right.
Yep.
And it's been a long time since I can feel that with a bunch of guys I can get together, and even though we're a pain in the ass with each other, bands go through stuff. We're just like a brotherhood. We fight, but it just feels right. And every time we go on, all that goes away, and we're there to kick ass, and that's what it's about.
Yeah, exactly. Like when it's showtime, it's like pretty much we all have a private messenger. So for real, like if somebody's having a bad day, we all talk shit to each other. Man, you know what? Fuck this motherfucker. You know what, man? Screw this dude. You know what? I'm sick and tired of this motherfucker. But when it comes to showtime, we all link.
Game face, baby.
Yeah, it's all about.
It does.
It fucking goes down.
Honestly,
okay. You know what? I'm gonna say this. The first 2 fucking shows I played with these guys, fucking ridiculous, bro. Like the energy that I was able to put out was fucking immense, dude. Like with my other band, I put out a lot of energy. If you see me in live videos, you'd be like, holy God, like this guy's a fucking animal. But no, dude. These guys, we fucking bring in energy that is absolutely out of this fucking world. Like you want to hit people. And that's what I fucking like.
The one thing we hate about a Cauterized show is when people stand around like nodding their head, and also when we go on stage, we're like, you know what? Y'all bring your fucking asses to the front. We're gonna get fucking rowdy and fucking dirty. I want somebody to get clotheslined. I want somebody to get drop kicked. I want somebody to get fucking Shawn Michaels fucking super kicked over in the fucking corner. The thing is, when dude, exactly. We love bringing the energy to the show. We love getting everybody involved. The thing is with me, I'm not afraid to hand somebody the mic to fucking show their vocal style. Because the thing is, we're all about that love and that unity, especially when it comes to the scene. Especially the people that want to start a band, that have that vision. I want to start a band. I'm a vocalist. Here you go, man. Show everybody we got tonight.
And that's a great thing. I think you're at a point now. Where I was at, and I don't know if you guys noticed, but I was asking each one of you like how old you were, because I think it's important because now you guys are kind of becoming veterans, and then now you're influencing, like you said, a lot of the young cats out there who are like in their teens who want to do what you do, who want to be musicians, who want to be artistic, who want to share music out in our music scene. So the EP is going to drop. October 16th. Let's talk a little bit about, we were talking earlier tonight, You guys signed a contract with KingSide Records. How did that kind of happen?
Alex.
Why does everything boil around me?
Because you got it.
Anyway, so the way it happened, man, like honestly, like the year Covina signed, Cauterized was supposed to sign the same year, but the drummer we had, I'm gonna say it right now, he was a dickhead. The thing is, like when he found out the contract, what it said, he believed that all royalties went to production. All royalties go to the studio. And we're all three of us were sitting outside listening to this dude. Ricky almost beat his ass at that time. Because Ricky was like, "Are you serious, bro? Like, you're going to screw over the two guys that wrote the music?" And he was like, no. He started getting all, like, scared and whatnot.
Got slapped.
Yeah. So the thing is, like, we let him go. We did our own thing for a bit. We're trying to find a drummer. We had drummers come in and out. We got Mario. So how the KingSide record deal happened was we had Brian, and he was a fill-in drummer for us. He said, "I'll help y'all guys out, but when my limit hits, I'm going to part ways with y'all."
Right.
We understood that. And the thing is like, one day I was at work. I was like, "You know what, guys? We got to record an album. That's the one thing that this band hasn't done yet. We recorded singles, but never a freaking album."
Right.
Or EP. And I hit him up. We all went in, did the work. Separate days. We went in. Nick laid down a guitar. Ricky laid down bass. Ricky went in the day I went to do vocals. And he was going to be my backup vocalist. But he had some family issues coming up, so he had to bounce. So I did the backup vocals for the EP. And I hit up Gabe. "Look, this is what we got. Check it out." I'm not gonna lie, everybody watching, I'm a Southside Mexican. I live off of food stamps. So I was at HEB on military. I sit in the parking lot. Gabe sends us the contracts. These two guys are trying to download apps to sign their signatures. Like, dude, I have an app downloaded.
So he was what's his name again? The guy from KingSide?
Gabe
Saldivar. So when Gabe heard the tracks, like, he was all into it. He dug it. He was a fan of it.
He definitely dug the tracks. Yeah. He knew how bad this band was hungry. Yeah, he knew what we wanted to do, what moves we wanted to make. The thing is, I'm surprised he didn't give up on us. I'm surprised he didn't throw the towel on us. But he was waiting patiently for us to come back up. Yeah. So when we did, yeah, exactly. Like he saw the hunger. He saw how bad we wanted this. So that day, I was at HEB in the parking lot. My phone vibrates. Boom, I got the contracts. I'm hitting up these two guys. Dude, I got the contracts. Do you guys mind if I put y'all's name? They gave me the yes for both ends. Yeah. I was like, okay, cool. So I typed the names down. I put my name down. Honestly, within, what did you say, like 5 minutes? Yeah. Boom, a video popped up. Cauterized is the new signed band at KingSide Records.
It was easier than I thought it would be.
That's great. That's great.
Easier.
That's great. KingSide's signed a few bands here in San Antonio. Obviously, Gabe realized this was happening in our scene, and he was smart to kind of get you guys on board. And I want to jump back a little bit more into the content of the record. A couple things. First of all, I love the music, but I also love the fucking lyrics of the record. It's really kind of not only realistic, kind of heartfelt stuff, but it's heavy stuff. It's like, I hear like a track like Blood Oath, and that's a really personal track. I hear a song like Despised, which is, both of those songs are like my favorite songs of the EP. So, Alex, should I assume correctly that you do most of the lyrics for the record? Did you do most of the lyrics?
When it comes to the lyrics, I write, but I also hit up Nick. I was like, "Hey man, like, I have bad writer's block. Can you help me out?" I'll send him the lyrics that I wrote,
Yeah.
and he'll help me finish them off. So when it comes to Despised, he sent me the lyrics. I read them,
okay, cool.
and I added more to it. When it came to Hypocrite, he sent me the track, and I just started writing to it, like what I felt, what I felt that for myself, for the band. Because the thing is, with Hypocrite, through this whole track, is like, through this whole,
Tell me what it's about.
this whole EP is for everybody that gave up on us as individual members in this band.
Yeah.
Everybody that didn't think we would go anywhere with this with this name. And the thing is, with this EP, we came back to San Antonio, Texas. We came back to the San Antonio scene. Thing is, we show love to everybody. Like I said before, this band is all about peace and love and unity. That's what we're about now. This EP itself is about the underdogs, everybody that's grinding, working their way up to the top, because we're still working, we're still busting ass, we're still trying to get where we want to be. But the thing is, it's like, if you're behind, we're gonna take your hand and we're gonna pull you up right next to us until we reach to the freaking top. Like my favorite saying is like, reach for the sky. But I always tell my guys, I tell my family, I tell myself, why reach for the skies when you can reach for the stars?
I'm one of the people that came back. I'm one of the people that came back to the table because I had heard Cauterized and I was like, okay, and I'm moving on, doing my own thing. And then Julian brought your new music to me, and I'm like, I'm coming back to the table and go, okay, let me hear these new tracks. And I did, and I heard a couple of tracks. He only sent me 2, and then Ricky sent me the rest. And then I was like, oh, okay, this is something new. And I always give people benefit of the doubt. I'm always willing to come back. As I was telling you tonight, I forgive and can be forgiven too as a human being. And I was reignited. I was like, man. Yeah, I was excited again about Cauterized, and what you guys were doing. So the EP is amazing. And remember, everybody, it's called Roots. It's out there. It will be out there soon in a couple of weeks. Be sure to look for it and pick it up. It sounds great on my stereo. We were jamming to it tonight. Yeah, I know. I was like, God, I should videotape you. So where did you guys record the record at?
We actually recorded it with my good friend Brian Gastelum at Diedrich Vision Studios. When we went into re-recording the album, because after our last drummer left us, we had to re-record it. Everything that we had recorded thus far had been in our old drummer's home studio. So we didn't want any kind of headaches or anything like that, you know what I mean? With new drummer, new sound, we're gonna go ahead and just record this all new. And we hooked up with Brian, and he was gracious enough to help us out. He played a few shows with us. For what people don't know is he was instrumental in recording this album. We didn't have a drummer when we put this album out. When we recorded this album, we didn't have a drummer. He was helping us. He was gracious enough to come in here and there. Obviously, it got to the point where he went ahead and told us, I'm this is as far as I can help you. He wrote the drum tracks for the album. He recorded everything. He mastered everything. We were looking for somebody that understood the raw sound that we were looking for. This guy
here. Let's talk about the name of the record. I think I alluded to it earlier. It's called Roots. But and I'm looking at the cover work, and then there's I see the street sign. There's South Presa, South Side. What the fuck? Yeah, that's San Antonio, man. San Antonio South Side. Let's talk a little bit about what was the concept behind the title Roots.
So I talked to the guys. Like I said, we have a private little Facebook chat group where we get on. I was like, look, this EP, I want to be meaningful. I wanted to be meaningful, show some love for San Antonio, show some love for the original lineup for Cauterized.
Right.
This shed is when the band started back in 2015.
Oh, okay.
So we put that work in.
Oh, okay.
I tell you what.
Yeah.
Presa is the street that this band started on.
Wow.
And
Wow.
It's just it had to be meaningful. We had to show some love for the past. We had to show some love for the future, man.
Yeah.
And with the original drummer for Carter's back then, he messaged me. I was like, "This is what we did. This is what we're gonna do." He personally told me, "Thank you so much for respecting the name and respecting us."
Yeah.
And I felt that. I sent him the screenshots.
Yeah, most
I sent it to screenshot Norm and Oscar, man.
Yeah, those are
they
the
started.
vets.
They're the OGs, man, for Cauterized. They've started it, and they paved the way for us.
We're gonna
And
finish it. That's right.
we're gonna go as long as we can go, man, to carry the name. And the thing
That looks
is,
like a pretty fucking scary place.
Well, honestly, like there's a story behind that whole little shed. So back in the day, back in the south side, back in the day, that little place was a bar. It was a little extended than that, but it was a bar. It was called the Bucket of Blood. Back like long time ago.
Wow.
It was a bar actually, and it was called the Bucket of Blood. We used to have a song actually called,
we had a song
vintage.
back.
Might bring it back, but I mean that shed represents hard work and sweat because that bad boy didn't have an AC at all or heat.
Oh God.
So you talk about you go to work and you do a 12-hour shift construction, then you get your ass off, cruise all the way to the damn shed on Presa, cross the tracks,
Big old.
set your gear up, and you're tired, haven't had no dinner, no nothing. You get your ass out there and you bang it out until it's done. And we're playing song after song after song. And because back then we used to do it organically, a lot of people like to go home and practice with CDs and such, with their material, which is cool. I understand that, but we were old school organic. We played one song until it hit.
Yeah.
One after another, after another, after another, and after another, and that's what that was. I remember pulling up to that thing and mosquitoes everywhere.
Bees.
You guys are telling me tonight, as we were watching UFC tonight, and I was hearing you guys talk about, all the hard work that you do in your personal lives. I mean, you guys are hard workers, blue collar workers, and that's great, man. I mean, you work hard all day. Rick, you were telling me, man, I just got off work right now and I came over here to do this interview. Yep. That's killer, man. And it's that kind of drive, that hunger that is going to see you to fruition and make you stronger as a band. It takes that commitment to help you cross over. And the thing is that people see that, and people were going to see that and notice that tonight as I shared this interview with them. And I got to experience that tonight just by hanging with you guys and talking with you guys and learning a little bit about your personal lives. I don't know if you guys know this too. I was asking about, are you married? Do you have kids? It's because I want to know how you live, and what you have to juggle and manage to sustain your personal life and to do the band. Because Cauterized is your passion, just like Rob's is my passion. We do it. We're not getting rich doing this. We just do this because we fucking love heavy metal.
Yeah. We fucking love this shit. Fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah. Okay. So, all you people, 7 tracks on this brand new EP coming out soon. You guys also mentioned tonight that you did the show at Reptiles. Right? How long had it been since you've done a show before that?
Man, months.
Months? Long time?
Months.
How long was it? Well, the last show that really smacked was with Julian. He actually did a show for a suicide prevention show. Not suicidal, but suicide prevention show.
Bang, bang.
And
Bang, bang, bar.
I'll be honest. I've never seen girls slam dance or get in the pit, and that was phenomenal. And it was really cool to just see females get involved with it as well as the male crowd, because most of the time it's dudes in metal shows, right?
Yeah.
And it was cool, but not just that. We did it for a good cause. We made shirts, and anybody who wanted a shirt, we threw it out to them. It was really fun. And before COVID happened, it was like March. What was it? Like right at the cusp of March, like right at the beginning of March, before all this happened, before all this craziness happened. And I told myself, man, if that was the last show I ever did, it was really good. I loved it. It was at the Bang Bang Bar. Not a big metal place, but nonetheless, we went and we killed like we always do, and it was fun.
You know who owns the Bang Bang Bar, right? Those are the girls from Girl in a Coma. Girl in a Coma girls.
Bro.
Yeah, I've been there several times to check out. We band, you know what band played there that we were talking about tonight? Shaping the Legacy played there a couple times. Yeah.
That's my boys. Shout out Joe Dragic,
Yeah, where you at? We were talking about you tonight, brother.
Drew Buckner, Brian Guzman, y'all.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, all good dudes.
Amazing band.
Amazing band. Okay, so are you? What's the plan now? I mean, it kind of seems like things are opening up a little bit now that the pandemic seems to be kind of subsiding. Do you guys want to do more shows?
Honestly, we do have 2 more shows. October 31st, we had at Fitzgerald's. It's gonna. If you haven't bought tickets yet, buy tickets. That's gonna be our last San Antonio show. Our last San Antonio show.
Is that Halloween?
For the yeah, exactly.
For the year.
Who's playing that show?
There's a Lone Star Massacre. There's Typo Negative cover band. Dude, I love Typo Negative. If you don't love Typo Negative, then don't fucking show up. But
I'm gonna play you some Typo tonight because you were telling me. I think you were telling me like Rob, play some Typo, and I never did.
Dude, Gore and Typo Negative. Yeah. Gore and Typo Negative, I fucking love them. There's Lone Star Massacre is gonna be playing with us as well. What other bands? Damn, I forgot what other bands.
But I mean, is that the goal? Okay, you guys got the October show, and then you're gonna just kind of take the rest of the fall off.
Put this out here. My man's gonna become a daddy again, and I'm very proud of him. Not to put personal stuff, he's gonna be a daddy again, and I'm very.
Yeah, you gotta take some time for that.
Yeah, so he's gonna take a little time off.
November 14th is it's gonna be the official Cauterized show. We're gonna take a break, spend time with family, friends. Yep. Holidays are coming up.
Yep.
We've been grinding. We've been going at it since God knows freaking when, man. Like from shows to interviews. Our last show is gonna be November 14th at Come and Take It with our brothers in Cerebral Desecration.
Yeah. Wow! Big shout out.
Cool.
Big shout out. Kobe.
That's gonna be our last show for the year. So if
that's the coolest fucking band in this area that's given us the time of day, and it makes us so damn happy that they even knew who we were. I mean,
did you all were y'all able to chat with them in the day of the barbecue?
Yeah. Actually,
Why weren't you here?
I was living really far out, and I at the time I was understood it was supposed
I
to
wish
just
you
be
would have been here, Nick. It would have allowed us, Lee and you, to get.
And I'm not trying to step on toes. It was his thing for his single that he was doing with Daniel Bass and all that, and I was like, well, I'm not trying to go here and but maybe I should have showed up, but
yeah, you should have been.
But I had prior engagements, so yeah.
Some people got upset that they weren't invited.
That was me.
Yeah.
Well,
But hey,
Late.
hey.
Yeah. I give him the coach order for 2 days.
Let me tell you something, and don't ever forget this. This business is about relationships.
Yeah.
Okay? Now, relationships with other musicians, relationships with media like me, relationships with promoters, club owners, and relationships are like plants. You got to water them. You got to take care of them. You got to nurture them. So some of the bands who are like, Rob, why didn't I get an invite? I'm like, dude, I haven't heard from you in months. You're not sending me any music. You're not talking to me. Our relationship is, our plant is like dying. So like, you need to take care of your relationships.
True story. There was a time where I had we had seen each other at Fitzgerald's, and I was like, Rob,
Me and you?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, and I said, Rob, do you ever hear my demos? And he's like, well, you never sent them. And I was like, I felt kind of bummed out. But then but remember how you told me I just felt like I just wasn't ready at that time. I wasn't ready. We weren't that, there. And I'm glad that now this is happening because we are. And I felt more, like you said, you're more, you mold yourself. You got your craft together, and I felt like now is the time. And I'm so glad to be here. I'm so honored.
This is the thing. This is the thing. It's like you know when you're ready. You know when you have something good. You guys know that Roots is a good EP. Okay? And so for other people to recognize that, and despite, whatever Alex and I had gone through in the past, I was like, man, I cannot deny the greatness of this EP. And the fact that I jam it every day. I do jam this EP every day. I do jam it every day. I have to hear my Despised. So I got to headbang a little bit every day. And guys, tonight we were listening to Plague and fucking Daniel Bass and fucking Life Cycles. We're listening to all these great bands, local bands, And I'm so happy that you guys have come to a point where you're a significant player now in the San Antonio scene. And that's where you should be, okay? Don't stop. And Alex, it's your role as the leader of this band to keep these guys together, to keep them happy, and to work together. And if you guys are happy on the inside, then everything that you do on the outside is going to be beautiful too. Yeah. Everything that you do on that, and that's the thing. And all the stuff that you were talking about, and it's that same mantra that Julian Cruz shares about, unity and love and stuff. That's all good too. Okay, that's all good too. And we want to do that. Yeah, we have some skunks in our scene, and we won't talk about them. But you know what? Move forward and bring goodness, and good things will happen to you.
I'm not gonna lie, man. I'm not gonna lie. I'm getting emotional as fuck.
Don't fucking cry on the show, motherfucker.
I'm not trying not to. I'm not trying not to, man.
When the intro was coming on, I had to turn that way because I was I'm just Nick Gonzalez from San Antonio, Texas, just a dude from the barrio, and so it meant a lot. And like some people be like, oh, it just means a lot. So of course I'm gonna get a little choked up. I'm sorry, I'm human, so
it's all good.
I didn't do it on the show. We're good. Right?
It's all good. We're all brothers here, and it's a beautiful thing for us to come to fruition and to realize that we're in a good place, especially in the era that we live in. It's a very tumultuous time. People are struggling. People have a lot of pressure. People are fucking having to deal with all these, changes in how we live our life. But to be able to artistically be happy, I think brings good things to our life too.
One thing I'm gonna say right now, my brother Kobe, me and him had a conversation.
The mighty Kobe Lang.
Exactly. From Cerebral Desecration. He told me, Alex, let's make shows safe again. Hashtag it, and everything you do, say shows are great again. And honestly, I'm gonna tell you right now, shows are great again. No matter what opinion y'all have, I understand the bottom of my heart, everybody's so scared because of what's going on now. But these venues, these bars are taking so precaution. They're doing everything they can to make live music great again. The freaking Rock Box went above and beyond to make our last show happen. Hand sanitizer. They made sure everybody was 6 feet apart. You could not go to the bar.
That was a twin production show?
Exactly. Jennifer Holt, man, she freaking pulled.
Jen Holt, why do we always talk about you?
Jen Holt is the beast.
Very respectful, very
hell
very
yeah.
good people.
To me personally, like, if you're gonna throw big names out there, Jen Holt's the top of the freaking.
She's a vet. She's a vet.
Exactly. Don't call her an OG because I called her an OG. She got offended. So
I call her an OG.
She don't like that at all. He said, "Oh, I
yeah,
will."
she was like, "Don't call me an OG. It makes you sound old."
Only an OG can call her an OG. That's why. That's why. But I will say, Jen Holt, get more waitresses to deliver beer to the fans because there was not enough beer out there.
But the thing is, we like to drink beer. But the thing is, all of us guys are talking about it, and I saw look at them at the bar, man. Look how frustrated they are. This is so new to them right now. This is so different. This is so different. You had them arguing back and forth what's going on, who's getting what. I was like, just thank them. So
I just want to make a note for the video shoot or any other shows we've done. I don't think one person's caught COVID-19. Just putting that out there. I mean, everybody's been nice and safe.
Yeah, I mean, people want to hate on bands doing shows right now.
No political.
Nobody's been affected. Everybody's been socially distancing, wearing their masks, following all the guidelines.
I'm gonna say for the bands that are hating on bands playing shows, wow, I'm gonna be like this, straight up.
Don't even recognize those people, because those are people who don't fucking get it about what I said about relationships. They don't fucking get it. And they're going to learn the hard way. Sooner or later, they're going to learn the hard way. And, when they come back to the table and they realize, hey, I was in the wrong. Can I apologize to you? Like, yeah, you can apologize and let's move forward. That's the thing. That's the thing that I want you guys, if you really believe in the fact that we are a true scene and you want unity, then you have to forgive. Forgive people for being dumbasses. Yeah.
So, the thing is, I'm going to say is the bands are around the San Antonio scene, around Texas, around the freaking state, man. If you want to play shows, play shows. The thing is, I understand where you're coming from. We're living in a pandemic right now. We're living in hard times. The thing is, the bands that are pushing and grinding and hustling, don't bash on us. Because the thing is, we're doing what we love to do at the end of the day, man. And like I said, I respect every band all over Texas, outside of Texas. I love the fuck out of all of y'all.
That's easy.
That's my opinion, bitch.
I'm just kidding. I'm not a hater.
Okay, so we also, I think off camera, we're talking about like new music. You guys said you guys are continuing to work, and I think that's important because especially now, when you're not as active out on the scene, that you should be fucking writing and doing new music, especially with the new lineup. And now that fucking Mario is part of the officially really kind of part of the band and able to record with you guys, talk a little bit about some new music.
So we have one new song in the works right now. It's called Empathy. It's still in works, but us as a group, we've talked about guest vocals from the San Antonio music scene. You're going to be the first one to know about this.
These people are too.
And you're going to be the first one to know about this.
What?
We're going to have Julian Cruz guest vocal on it. And we're going to have Roger Trevino guest vocal on the track as well.
Both of them on one track?
Different tracks.
Oh, okay.
Different tracks.
But feature nonetheless. Yeah, it is.
All kinds of tricks.
This new album, we're gonna top this EP. We're gonna go all out. We're gonna do our best to please all of you guys. And honestly, that's not gonna stop. Honestly, we've been in talk. We're talking right now. It's not for sure thing. Things can change. But we've reached out to Tom Barber from Chelsea Grin to guest vocal on the track. Like I said, it's not a for sure freaking thing. Things can change.
Wow.
So that's how far we're going to go to please everybody on this next album. And our goal as a band, as members-wise, we're going to top this EP. We want to make this album freaking brutal, more beast, more in your face. So
Roots had 7 songs. So will this new music, are you gonna do like the same thing, like a few tracks, or how many tracks are gonna be on?
Yeah, it's gonna be a full album. There's a lot of material we've been sitting on for like ever, and you most definitely gonna see a lot of more blast beats incorporated.
Yeah.
Of course.
Mario, get ready.
Hell yeah. Some tasteful blast beats. A lot of halftime, a lot of heavy China hitting.
Yeah, Mario, get ready.
Yeah, so and I'm most definitely excited about it because who wouldn't want to work with this guy? This guy's a freaking beast,
Yeah.
So I'm excited about the new material because we have so much stuff upon stuff that we've just been. We should have been doing this. It's all gonna be just put out there, and I'm excited about the music part. So
when do you anticipate for this new music to come out? When would you like it to come out?
I'd say the same time around this time. Next year.
This time next year.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
We're actually working
This
on-
time, so like a year from now?
We're actually
And
pushing.
it's going to be an album, not an EP.
Yeah.
14, 15 songs, maybe. I mean, I'm 12, maybe the limit. but-
Why was I talk about this with a lot of other bands. Why is the decision to do an EP instead an LP versus an EP? Why was the decision to do an LP instead of an EP? Because that is a marketing strategy. Sometimes bands are gonna say like, I want to do like, let's release 4 or 5 songs. Let's release one song, and to kind of keep our name out there. And that's why I said like a year from now. I mean, to me that's like a long time from now.
Well, it's because I don't know. Also, too, when COVID dies down, like I don't want to just be that band that's always playing so much that everybody's like, yeah, we could just catch them next weekend. Oh, we could just catch them. I really would love to just kind of like not get so shoved down people's throats.
I'm so glad you say that. I'm so glad you say that, because there are bands out there that play every weekend, and I'm like, yeah, I just, yeah. This is the thing. Like, this is the thing in my personal life too. I'm like, you're gonna want me the more that you can't have me. Yeah. So it's like, you don't want to oversaturate yourself in the market, ¿verdad?
Exactly. So like I'm saying, I want to be sure. Like, yeah, we're doing our little thing right now. We're ending the year, or whatever. But when it comes to next year and everything, like, yeah, because I mean, I'm telling you, bands are gonna be flooding in to get on. Oh, COVID's not here no more. We're gonna want to they're just gonna want, and we're just gonna step back and be just like, all right, go ahead and get your little shine. But we'll be back. But remember who's here. You know what I mean?
And then when Cauterized plays, like, yeah, I'm gonna go fucking see Cauterized. I haven't seen him in a while.
Yeah, it's been a minute. And honestly, not y'all, but you are gonna hear the first very raw track of our song our newest song that we've been working on, called Empathy.
I better.
So
You know what's funny about this?
y'all have to wait. He's not gonna.
Yeah.
You know what's funny about Empathy is that you would think it sounds like maybe perhaps like a metalcore, but this song, it's just freaking.
It's different. It's
It
so
just
fucking
freaking
different.
Wow.
bludgeon
I can't
you.
wait to hear
It just bludgeons you.
Are y'all gonna record it with the same guy?
That's the plan. Yeah, for the next album, we're gonna be recording with Brian again at Digital Vision Studios. He completely understood our vision. I mean, he's a black metal guy, and we wanted something that sounded raw.
Yeah.
So I mean, it was right up our alley of what we were looking for.
at all. No program.
Yeah, it's everything on this album that's our amps mic'd up, that's live drums mic'd up. It was the organic sound that we were looking for. Everything nowadays, not bashing on anyone, music nowadays coming out is so good, but it's very heavily processed.
Yeah.
And we wanted a more organic, a more raw sound. And so obviously we hit up a black metal drummer for
If I could say something, that's honestly what drew me, is that the fact that these guys were raw. Like, I was like, okay, yeah, this is heavy, makes me want to beat people up, and it's raw. That's the shit I like. I like it raw. In the words of ODB, I like it raw.
Exactly.
Well, baby, I like it raw. Yeah.
Hey, and we're on a metal show. Peep that. Wu-Tang, baby, forever.
I mean, and I think that's a beautiful thing, because we're all metalheads. But we can also, like, I love all kinds of metal, and I listen to other stuff outside of metal. But I'm not a musician. If I was a musician, I would want to bring some of those elements into my music. Obviously, subconsciously, they influence you, to bring that stuff into your metal. So but we're all metalheads at the end of the day, right? No matter what we listen to. Gentlemen, what a great conversation that we've had tonight. I think we've covered all the bases. And I'm gonna let the mic go around, and I want you guys to share any last words that you want to share with people around the country and the world who will watch this interview, who are learning about Cauterized from San Antonio. Let's start over here with Ricky.
You guys, thank you so much for supporting us. We do this for you guys. Pandemic be damned. We want to play. We want to be out there for you, but we also want you to do it as safely as possible. So wherever possible, please do.
You know, like he said, be safe. But when you come, be ready to see some shit, dog.
Go the fuck down.
Be ready to see some shit, cause I'm not no pushover bitch. I'll fucking bring it, and these fuckers will too.
I just want to like humbly state that I just want to thank everybody in the scene that's just been supporting everything we're doing, from family, friends, everything, from everybody who's been here from the low times to the high times, and I just want to say thank you humbly, as much as I can, to everybody's support. That's all I'm gonna want to say. So there you go.
I just want to say thank you for the love and support, man, from Julian, Roland, Steve, yourself, any Brandon Hauser, Matt Louderback, Gabe for KingSide Records. I just want to say thank y'all so much for keeping us going, man. Like, thing is, it's just the love and support, not from the promoters, but from the followers and the fans themselves. We do it for you. We do it. This album is for all of y'all, for everybody that's been at home, for everybody that's been. This pandemic fucking sucks. But you know, this album goes out for all of y'all that been hustling, grinding, trying to find a reason every freaking day just to make ends meet. October 16th, our album Roots comes out on Spotify, iTunes, every other platform. You can get it on vinyl. You can get it on CD. Go to KingSideRecords.com. Rob, 5 years, man, maybe longer. It took us to get here right across from you in front of all legends, history. We're sitting across. Right now, we're sitting right here where everybody sat right across from you, and we're freaking so damn grateful for it. Thank you so much, brother. We love you, man. Julian, JC Productions, Roland from RT Productions, Steve from Qigong, Texas Beer Cartel, Gabe, KingSide Records. 2021, we're going to be touring with Meridian, Ammo from Our Arsenal, Lone Star Massacre, and we're going to be on that tour. It's going to be a Texas freaking tour. Be on the lookout for that. Rob, we're humbly fucking grateful to be here with you, man. We're heavily grateful to share these cervezas with you.
Oh, yeah.
Puro Southside all day, every day. And with Mario West Side.
Puro Highway 90.
Thank y'all.
Not ready. All right, yeah. You know what? I never really got to thank Rob, but first and foremost, you said say whatever you get, but thank you, Rob, very much. Yeah, well, you'll help me later. But anyway, we'll tag team on that. But thank you, Rob, man. I really appreciate it very much. And I'm very. It's an honor.
Very much so, yeah.
Hell yeah. And here's the epic mic back.
Gentlemen, thank you so much. Thank you so much. You know, I love talking and hanging with you guys, and we're not done beer drinking yet.
Oh, no.
Fuck no, we're still drinking beer.
You must have never been to a Cauterized show.
But you know, I'm humbled as well because, you know, Rob's MetalWorks has always been about integrity, and you know, you can't buy your way onto Rob's. You can't fucking sneak your way onto Rob's. You have to earn your way onto Rob's. And you guys have earned your way. And you guys now are leaders in our scene. And I anticipate great things to come from you in 2021. And I want to be involved. So, like you said, send me the new shit because I can't talk about Cauterized if I don't know about what's going on with Cauterized. Okay? Remember, everyone out there, the brand new one is called Roots. It will be out in a couple of weeks. Be sure to look for it on all musical platforms. The band is Cauterized from here in San Antonio. I endorse them. I love them. These dudes are super fucking cool. And you only saw them right here on Rob's MetalWorks.
You come to explore.